Hey guys, so today I'll be doing a get ready with me, kind of like story time, and just, I'm too lazy to do a voiceover today, so I'm just like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna do a get ready with me. So I ended up priming my face and my eyelids and doing my eyebrows off camera, so I will just be going in with the Prism palette and using the shade Lure as my transition shade. So the way I do makeup, I don't really have a plan in hand, so I basically just wing it. I just start with a transition shade and kind of like work my way through it. I'm not a very colorful person, but I mean, it all ends up working out in the end because, I mean, I just end up doing it. But yeah, next I will be using the Saturn for my darker shade. I think I'm gonna end up doing like a red or orange color. I don't know. I'm just seeing where this goes. I just take it color by color. I don't usually use colors because I have brown eyes, but most people are like, oh, you can use any color. Most people actually get kind of bothered that I don't use color, but you know what? I don't care. I mean, eventually I will end up using color in like my later videos, but just as of right now, I don't feel like doing color. I normally stick to like neutral and like browns and bronzes just because I like a dewy look, but I also, this is the weird thing about me, my makeup and my outfit and my shoes all have to coordinate. That's just the way I am. But in general, I'm just like, you know, if my makeup or my outfit doesn't coordinate, I will either redo my makeup or I'll just completely change my outfit. Like, if my shoes don't match or coordinate, it just won't work for me. Like, every piece of clothing has to coordinate. I don't know. That's just, I could be OCD. I don't know. That's just the way I like it. So now I'll be using the shade Parallel, and I'm just gonna put that right here. I'm just gonna pack it in there so that I can blend it out. So as I'm doing this, I kind of came to the realization that this is like my go-to look whenever I have like no idea what I'm looking for or like what kind of look I'm going for. So this is kind of like, you know, my everyday when I don't feel like doing anything, but I still want eyeshadow. Because most times I don't, believe it or not, I normally don't use eyeshadow. I just usually go in with a naked eye. I end up putting either eyelashes on or just doing mascara. But it's because sometimes I just don't have time to do it and I just don't feel like doing it. But I mean, so to carve out my eyelids, I ended up using the NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer, and it's waterproof. So I ended up just like carving out a little bit because I wasn't really going for a cut crease, but I mean, I didn't even know what I was going for in the first place. So one of the biggest things that's like got my mind wandering is like, so our district is pretty damn huge because I'm still in high school. I'm going into my senior year, and I go to the high school that's like 20 minutes away, more like 15 on a good day, but generally it's like 20 minutes away. And tell me why there's like a whole like 3-story high school that's like completely new and all this stuff. It's not finished, but they're opening it up to freshmen and sophomores. I understand that like our district, but in our area particularly, we have like a huge like space problem when it comes to like incoming freshmen and sophomores, because this year our school needed like 10 more portables or something, and we actually just got more this summer from what I was told. And like we're all sitting here confused because it's like our school's not that bad, mind you, it's not that bad, but we could still use improvements because there's 2 campuses, and we're all like, well, how come they get a new high school but we have to stay here? Because for some reason, because of how new it is, they're not opening it up to juniors and seniors yet. And the weird thing is, this is what I was told was supposed to happen. So because the school's not finished yet, like I said, they're only opening it up to incoming freshmen and sophomores. But after the first set of freshmen and sophomores come in, they're supposed to go to Oak Ridge. So once they become juniors and seniors, they're supposed to go to Oak Ridge, which I don't think makes sense at all. I think they should have just opened the school. Like, I understand if it's like a population problem or like a space problem, but like why does our district have a budget to build a whole new high school? And mind you, like I said, this thing is like 3 stories, and they just leaked the video with like everything new inside of it. It literally looks like a college stamped with the word high school on it. It's so freaking huge. But it's weird because I live like right around the corner from the high school, but because I'm a senior, I have to go to the other high school. And my sister, she has the option to go to either high school only because I go to Oak Ridge. Because this new school is Grand Oaks, and it's not the first new school that's been built in our area. Over the course of like 2 years, they've built like 3 new elementary schools. They just built a new, a new intermediate school. And the high school was the first one to open. I'm not sure if the intermediate school is opening yet, but it's weird because there's like 2 parts to our neighborhood. And my cousin lived back there, and she was going to Snyder, which was the first recent elementary school that opened. And we're like 1 street away, and my sister still had to go to the new one. I don't know how that makes sense, but like the bus route to it apparently this year is all kinds of effed up. Because like, how are you supposed to bus like freshmen and sophomores and then bus the junior and seniors if we all live in the same neighborhood? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, if that's the way it's gonna be, I mean, so be it. I just don't agree with it. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. The school is pretty cool. It's pretty damn huge. Trust me, I would love to go to that high school. But like I said, it's just not gonna happen. Because not to mention, I'm also in cosmetology at Oak Ridge, so I kind of have to go to Oak Ridge. But again, like, the new high school has a cosmetology program, supposedly, but we're not competing with district or state yet because it's a new high school. So it's pretty off right now. So I just finished my eyes the best I could. So now I'm going to go in with the Milani Conceal Perfect Foundation. This one has always done me some justice. But before I apply it, I'm going to be taking a yellow concealer and a red concealer and putting 2 dots of each under each eye, just so I get like more of an orange, and so I don't make the same mistake I made in the last video. Because like I said, I used way too much in the last video, and I'm not proud of it either. God, it was so bad. So what happened was, if you didn't see it, I put like way too much red concealer, and my under eyes were just completely red. It was so bad. Like, luckily my foundation and my concealer were able to like mask it a little bit, but even still it was just way too much, and I was like, oh my god. I was honestly freaking out at one point. Like, I was like, oh shit, what do I do? I ended up fixing it. It made my under eyes a little pink, but like I said, the concealer and the foundation really like blended it all together, so it didn't look pink, but it still kind of bothered me in a way. But that's, I mean, this. I usually do about 4 dots and then take my foundation brush and just, I do both just so I can get like all the foundation, so I can get like full coverage. Most people just go in with a beauty blender, but personally I like to spread it around before I go in with a beauty blender. It just really gets it, so I do it so the foundation doesn't like get soaked up into the beauty blender, because I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes using a brush is better than using a beauty blender, only because the beauty blender soaks up most of the foundation, and then you're having to apply more foundation when the amount you put on your face was like just enough. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do eyeliner yet. I'm debating. I really am. So now I'm going to be using my concealer palette, and I'm going to be using this color right here. I'm just going to be putting it under my eyes and on my chin and a small line down my nose to really contour my nose. So usually when I do eyeliner, I don't set my face until after I apply my eyeliner, because I don't know, I just feel weird about applying liquid and then sharpening it with more concealer, especially after I've already baked my face and set it and everything. You don't have to exactly do it that way. I mean, whatever works best for you, but that's just how I do it personally. It works out better for me. So after I apply my under eyes, I will be going in with these 2 colors for my contour. So when doing your contour, you kind of want to make sure that it's all even, because like I made the mistake of contouring and it was just not pretty, and it didn't come out even at all. It was pretty bad. Probably not as bad as like most people would say it was, but like I'm very particular on how I do my makeup, especially like doing my eyebrows. Like, I don't even get my eyebrows done. I have to do my own eyebrows, because literally every time I get my eyebrows done, they never come out even. And I know some people prefer to get them done, but it just doesn't work out for me. So I kind of learned how to do them on my own, and I shape them, I trim them, I pluck them, I do everything to my eyebrows. Currently, as of right now, I'm trying, because I'm so good at eyebrows, I'm trying to work my way into getting to the Anastasia Beverly Hills bar at Nordstrom, because it's like a full-blown eyebrow bar, but not only that, it's like $30. It's like hella expensive. But, I mean, if you're really that good at eyebrows, I mean, why not? So, as of right now, before I start trying to get into the Anastasia brow bar, I'm going to apply for the MAC counter and try to do work with MAC for a little bit and really kind of get a feel of the makeup field, only because I grew up around makeup, so it kind of grew on me, but I've never really been in the makeup industry or even worked with makeup. I did do an internship with Southern Envy Studios, and that worked out really well. It was very fun. I did a wedding in, I think, Conroe, like North Spring, like North Houston, and it was actually an experience. Mind you, I only did maybe like 2 or 3 bridesmaids, and my coworker ended up doing the bride. It all came out really well. The thing about Southern Envy Studios is it's not just makeup, it's not just one particular thing. They're like a one-stop shop. So like if you want pictures done, if you want your makeup done, she plans wedding. I love her so much. She's so sweet. And so I did that in May, and like I said, it was really fun. So it really kind of inspired me to, I guess, work harder in the cosmetology field, being that I will be graduating with my cosmetology license. So right now I'm just kind of improving my makeup, and I'm working my way to setting up my portfolio, because I guess I don't know if this is for all makeup brands, but I guess you have to set up your portfolio for your interview. And they were telling me, like, you don't have to have a cosmetology license, but it helps you really get your foot in the door, which works out to my benefit because I can just work part-time at Nordstrom and then eventually work my way to the makeup counter. I grew up around Nordstrom because my mom worked there. She works at the Rack now, and I really like it. Not to mention I get like a decent discount. Other than that, I do like the company. I love the store. It's so freaking nice. I especially love the restaurant upstairs at Nordstrom, Bazille. They have like the best fries in the world. So I will leave that in the link down below if you ever want to go check it out. Like I said, it's called Bazille, and they have like the best of everything. It's kind of expensive, but it's worth it. I promise. I don't know. It's kind of like, I think the best comparison would be like BJ's, where it's all fresh and just like, it's just so good. And they have this really good club sandwich. I get it every time I go down there. It's so good. It's like green beans, and it's like a BLT, but it also has like green beans and avocado. It's so good, and it's so fresh. So I ended up deciding that I am going to do eyeliner, and I'm going to be using the NYX Vinyl Liquid Liner. The funny thing about eyeliner is kind of how I ended up working for Southern Envy Studios. I came in because my mom wanted some Mother's Day pictures taken, and she just looked at me and she's like, "Oh my god, your eyeliner is amazing, your makeup looks good." And I was like, "Oh, thank you, I do it myself." And then when I did that wedding in May, she was telling me like, it's crazy because she knows how to do eyeliner, but she can't do it on other people. And that's what she liked about me, was that I knew how to do it on other people, just in case I ended up needing to do eyeliner for the wedding. But the weird thing is like, the bride wanted like she said a natural smoky eye for her bridesmaids, and we're all like, we'll do our best. And it turned out really well because they ended up liking it. But for me to be able to get the experience and work in an environment like that, it was really fun. I really did enjoy it. Not only did I end up doing makeup, but like I said, she does pictures, so she let me take a couple pictures. It was so fun. Like, honestly, that's kind of what like drove me to, I guess, go forward with my makeup because like she gave me before I didn't have like the confidence to do it, but like once I worked with her and like really did a lot of training and stuff, it ended up working out for me because it gave me the confidence that I needed to really get started in the makeup industry. So, like I said before, I will be applying at the MAC counter in Nordstrom here soon. I'm kind of slacking on it because I haven't put together my portfolio yet. But I will be doing that soon, and I will possibly end up doing a vlog about that. I'm not sure yet. But what I can tell you for future videos is that I will be having like different people join me on like my makeup tutorials or even do a collab. I'm like open to suggestions and requests because I mean I just want to be able to do a little bit of everything. I can do just about anything really. I don't like to brag about my makeup because like I said I'm not the most confident person, and I don't want to be too cocky with it because like I'm the type of person, if I get too cocky, everything turns to shit. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. That's the one thing I learned growing up is, like, never get too cocky because when you do, it's not going to turn out the way you want it to. So the way I do my eyeliner, I do a little line out the corner of my eye, and then I just bring it all down. I fill that in first so that whenever I start at the inner corner of my eye, I just kind of connect it and bring it all together. I wasn't going to do eyeliner at first, but I felt like wearing eyelashes today, so I was like, let's do it. Now to finish off this look, I will be baking my face with the Airspun loose powder and the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder. I will also be, I will also be highlighting my face as well with the Milani highlighter. That's honestly like my favorite highlighter right now. I used to use the highlighter from like, I think it was the Bella J palette. I'm not sure, but it was a long time ago because I didn't start wearing highlighter until until I started wearing foundation. I didn't start wearing foundation until I was like 13, 14, maybe like 14 or 15. But once I discovered highlighter, I was like, nope, done deal. My face has to have highlighter all the time. So to intensify my contour, I will be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Palette, and I will be using this orange color right here. I will also be applying eyelashes from, I think they're Kiss Lashes and Gala, I don't know. But they're like my favorite lashes to use whenever I am doing like an intense eye look. Normally I wouldn't do an intense eye look. I haven't done one in forever, so yeah. If you hear like a clicking noise, my chair, one of the legs on my chair is like really messed up. So whenever I bake my face and stuff, it like it clicks really loud, so I apologize in advance. So usually I don't like to use loose powder. When I set like the bottom of my foundation, I like to use a pressed powder so like it really sets everything correctly. But I also use it whenever, like after I take off my loose powder. I don't let it set for too long, only because one time I let it set for too long and it made my face look really white. So in order to prevent me from looking like a porcelain doll, I take the pressed powder and just apply that on top of the loose powder. You don't have to do this, it's just like the way I prefer it, but yeah. Also, my biggest thing is creasing, so I take like a little brush and I set also under my eyes. I don't know why, but for some reason I just don't like putting eyeshadow on my lower lash line. Actually, screw it, I'm gonna try. I never do this, so like this is a first. I normally I never put eyeshadow on my lower lash line, just because like I feel that I have big eyes already, so I don't feel like it's a necessity. But also, I mean, you don't know until you try, so let's see how this goes today. Mind you, I've never done this before, so I'm just winging it at this point. I'm not going to pull it all the way through because I will be applying, eyeliner on my upper lash line so that whenever I apply my lashes, it doesn't look too artificial, but it'll look like complete. So basically the colors I'm using on my lower lash line are basically everything that I used on my eyelids. I just kind of want to bring it all together and make sure it all looks coordinated and complete. Be careful because this shit's getting in my eye. So I don't think it looks too bad. Definitely not how I imagined it, but it doesn't look that bad. So now I'm going to be setting my face. And then I'm going to be applying the Milani Highlighter. This thing is like, I've had this for maybe like 6 months now. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm surprised I still have a shit ton left. So I'm just going to be applying this to my cheekbones and the bridge of my nose and my cupid's bow. Oh, and I'll also be putting it in my inner corners and my eyebrow bones. So I ended up applying my lashes and lipstick off camera. I'll be leaving all my products in the description box below. So please like and subscribe and let me know what you think.